Well, again, a hearing in Des Moines today addressed new proposals for seclusion rooms at schools in Iowa.
A Des Moines area educator and the policy director of the ACLU of Iowa spoke today. The ACLU says it should only be used as a last resort, while one teacher says there are concerns for their safety as well.
Exploit or sensationalize the behaviors those students go through. But I believe you know that those events include safety concerns and requires a degree of privacy.
Trauma that happens to kids when they are secluded is real. And we know there's a disproportionate use of seclusion rooms on kids with disabilities, kids of color.
In the Quad Cities, some parents say they are torn. Fox 18's Yukari Nakayama reports what some local parents are saying tonight.
Horrible. It was horrible.
That's how Nicole Wallace describes her and her son's experience with seclusion rooms. Back in 2017, Wallace's son Keegan, who suffers from learning disabilities, would disobey teachers by simply touching a doorknob, knowing it would land him in the room where he was trying to avoid bullies. The experience has scarred him.
Every time I get a referral, they would lock me up in that room. It's kind of like child abuse.
With nothing to do for hours, he says he would end up picking at wall paint to pass time. But Davenport Public Schools have since changed the ways they use seclusion rooms, using them as last resorts. Wallace still thinks they're unnecessary.
You're going to get a worse reaction. These kids confinement is not good for teenagers, especially with what they're going through.
But another parent has a slightly different opinion. Frank Klipsch says he believes in spaces where kids could have time to breathe, but not alone.
If I found out that my child was ever put in a space unsupervised, you couldn't do it.
Klipsch's son requires special attention, so when he needs time to cool off, he's had a very different experience.
Where there was nice music playing, egg chairs, comfortable things, headphones for them to listen to. It was set up with a certified professional.
Both parents do agree that students facing behavioral issues should require counseling. One of the new rules proposed requires schools to convene a meeting to figure out changes and the support needed for students who've been in the seclusion room several times. In Davenport, Yukari Nakayama, Fox 18 News.
And other new proposed rules for the rooms would include the abolishment of freestanding cells, only allowing seclusion or restraint if there is a threat of serious injury or property damage.
It would require employees to get permission from an administrator first. Parents would also have to be notified every half hour.